You might be surprised to hear what I'm about to say, but if you're seeing this video right now, it's no accident. As a chosen one, you're destined to go from rags to riches, and it's time to start celebrating now. This dramatic shift might sound like a fairy tale to those who don't grasp how divine orchestration works, but your spirit senses it's true. Before we delve deeper, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with 77 below to send a powerful signal to the universe. And if you are truly among the chosen, you'll watch until the very end. If not, you'll likely exit before these truths fully anchor in your soul. Chapter 1. Why Your Hardships Were Never Permanent. It's easy to believe that tough times last forever, especially when you've struggled financially or emotionally for so long. People you meet every day might say, "Life's just hard," or "That's how it is." But as a chosen one, you've always carried a subtle hope, a voice whispering that something bigger awaits. If you felt weighed down by constant bills, unending stress, or job stagnation, know that it wasn't random adversity. The Watchers allowed these trials to refine and develop your resilience. Those hardships shaped your character. You learned adaptability, humility, and resourcefulness. Each crisis forced you to discover hidden strengths or lean more deeply into your faith. People around you might only see the struggles, labeling you unlucky or stupid. Yet in reality, your spirit was undergoing training. The Watchers do not delight in your suffering, but they use it to cultivate traits that prosperity alone cannot teach. Another angle is that old limiting beliefs kept you from stepping into abundance. Perhaps you inherited narratives like, "Money is evil," or "People like us don't get rich." These convictions unconsciously sabotaged your prosperity. The Watchers orchestrated scenarios to expose these mental barriers, hoping you'd confront and release them. People might consider that just mindset talk, but your spirit senses it's deeper, a crucial step in unlocking the blessings stored up for you. In essence, your hardships weren't permanent because they never defined your true destiny. They were an apprenticeship preparing you for a life beyond mundane survival. Now that you've gleaned the lessons, the Watchers are swinging a door wide open to a new dimension of financial success and emotional well-being. At first, it might feel surreal or too good to be true, but that's often how Watchers deliver blessings, bypassing human logic to confirm it's their handiwork, not mere coincidence. Hence, you can't let your past struggles fool you into thinking rags are your birthright. They were merely a stage, a tough workout shaping spiritual muscle. If you feel the winds of change stirring, it's because the Watchers have deemed you ready for the shift from lack to plenty. People might say, "Get real," or "Don't jinx it," but you sense the Watchers cheering. You've served your apprenticeship, now it's time to enter the realm of abundance. Accept this nudge as validation that yes, your journey through adversity was purposeful, and your season of celebrating has finally arrived. Chapter 2. The Divine Timing Behind Your Breakthrough. One of the biggest misconceptions is that success arrives by random luck or chance. People you meet every day might say, "Some people are just born under a lucky star." But as a chosen soul, you see how the Watchers orchestrate timing with surgical precision. Your long financial drought was not an oversight, it was a classroom. Now you're stepping into a season of plenty, exactly when you're quick to handle it responsibly and meaningfully. The Watchers operate outside typical human schedules. They might delay your breakthrough until your heart releases old bitterness, or until you refine that hidden talent. If you'd received an influx of money or success too soon, it could have fizzled or caused more harm than good. People might question, why did it take so long? But the Watchers know precisely when the environment and your spirit are ready to flourish, not just momentarily, but sustainably. Another reason timing matters is how your newfound stability might coincide with shifts in your relationships. Perhaps certain people or old mindsets had to exit your life first. If your circle was riddled with negativity or envy, Watchers wouldn't place abundant blessings in an atmosphere of sabotage. People might see your social changes as random drifting, but Watchers see it as necessary pruning, removing influences that could hamper your blossoming. Only once your circle holds positivity do the Watchers feel assured that your success won't be drained by toxic connections. Moreover, Watchers consider your long-term calling. They're not just handing you a lucky windfall for a one-time splash. This rags to riches story is part of a bigger narrative. They might see you using newfound resources to impact your community, fund philanthropic projects, or mentor others. Walking a similar path timing ensures that once you're blessed, you're positioned to maximize that blessing for collective uplift. People may call it philanthropic or entrepreneurial genius, but you know the watchers set the stage. Finally, watchers often wait for a moment that highlights divine involvement. If your breakthrough happened when everything was going smoothly, people might credit your savvy alone. Instead, watchers prefer to move when you're at a seeming disadvantage, like a sudden job loss or a personal crisis, so no one can doubt who orchestrated the turnaround. By intervening at your darkest or most unassuming moment, watchers demonstrate cosmic synergy that outshines mere coincidence. So if you're seeing doors fling open and bank balances shift upward, rest assured it's not haphazard. You didn't miss the boat, you boarded it exactly when watchers decided the waters were ripe. People might assume it's overdue or random, but watchers' timing is able, weaving your readiness, environment, and higher purpose into one perfect intersection. Embrace it with open arms, trusting that the watchers know precisely how and when to elevate you from rags to riches for the greatest impact and for the glory of the cosmic plan guiding every chosen soul's journey. Chapter 3. Preparing yourself to handle newfound wealth. When you're poised to shift from rags to riches, the watchers don't simply want you to accept money and run wild. People might say, if I get rich, I'll buy all my fantasies first. But as a chosen one, you recognize that great blessings demand great stewardship. If you remain in a scarcity or willfulness mindset, you risk squandering what God has orchestrated. To truly seize this season of wealth, you must mentally and spiritually prepare to handle the abundance responsibly. First, examine your financial habits. If you've been living paycheck to paycheck, you might not have developed budgeting or investment skills. People might ask why you're reading up on finances before the money arrives. The watchers see a readiness as a green light to unleash blessings. By learning about saving, wise spending, or philanthropic strategy now, you prove you won't mismanage the influx. This also helps avoid a roller coaster scenario where you get a windfall only to lose it swiftly due to inexperience. Second, watch your emotional approach to money. Past scarcity can breed fear or hoarding impulses like, you'll never see money again. Alternatively, you might overcompensate by lavishly blowing cash to prove you're no longer poor. People might say, enjoy it while you can. But watchers urge balance. Identify old emotional triggers around money. Does it represent security, status, or self-worth? Releasing these illusions frees you to view money as a tool, not an idol. The watchers bless open-hearted, wise management, not fear-driven or ego-driven usage. Another aspect is accountability. When resources surge, old acquaintances or opportunists may surface wanting a piece of your fortune. People might guilt trick you, saying, we've known you forever, or we're family. The watchers desire you to be generous, yet discerning. Setting boundaries doesn't make you cruel, it signals maturity. If you distribute wealth without wisdom, you might enable harmful habits or drain your own supply. Balanced generosity is a hallmark of a chosen soul who sees wealth as a communal blessing, not personal power. Additionally, stay anchored in spiritual disciplines. As your lifestyle upgrades, it's tempting to slack on prayer, meditation, or reflection. People might assume you're too busy for spiritual stuff once you're successful. The watchers see such complacency as dangerous. Maintaining or deepening your spiritual practice ensures you remain centered, discerning which opportunities align with your calling. It also keeps pride at bay, reminding you that the watchers have orchestrated your blessings, so humility and gratitude remain your safeguard. In short, preparing to handle newfound wealth is about blending practical skills, emotional maturity, and unwavering spiritual roots. People may call it overkill or claim you're counting your chickens before they hatch, but the watchers call it stead by handling your finances with wisdom. You confirm you're not just a recipient, but a caretaker of blessings. This sets the stage for lasting prosperity instead of a fleeting moment, guaranteeing that your journey from rags to riches isn't a chaotic spike, but a stable rise guided by divine counsel. Chapter 4. Rejoicing in the change without apology. When your circumstances upgrade dramatically, not everyone will celebrate you. People might accuse you of showboating or forgetting your roots if you publicly embrace your new life. But as a chosen one, you sense the watchers encouraging you to rejoice unapologetically. They orchestrated your transformation not to keep it hidden or overshadowed by guilt, but to highlight what's possible when faith intersects with divine alignment. Rejoicing doesn't mean bragging or shoving wealth in others' faces. It's about walking confidently in the blessings the watchers poured out. People might whisper, "Don't you think you're overdoing it?" Others are still struggling. You can empathize with those who struggle without stifling your own gratitude. The watchers see your joy as a celebration of God's providence, not a testament to vanity. By letting your light shine, you can inspire others that their own turnaround is possible. One challenge is balancing humility and exuberance. You might want to post about your new successes or share milestones with loved ones. Some people interpret that as seeking validation, but the watchers know your heart. If your motive is to express gratitude rather than flaunt superiority, genuine ones around you will feel uplifted, not threatened. The watchers often use your visible breakthroughs to spark hope in observers. If you cowed or hid your blessings, how could others see God's work manifested? Additionally, self-celebration fosters deeper integration of your new identity. Having been in rags, it can feel surreal stepping into riches. People might see your disbelief as false humility or confusion. The watchers recognize that internalizing your upgraded status takes time. Each small celebration, whether a family dinner or a personal reflection, affirms your acceptance of this new reality. By celebrating, you anchor the truth that you do indeed deserve to enjoy the watcher's blessings after periods of trial and growth. Also, public rejoicing can attract those who sincerely rejoice with you, forging stronger bonds. On the flip side, it can highlight who harbors envy or bitterness. People may recoil at your joy, revealing hidden resentments. While it's painful to see negative reactions, the watchers want illusions exposed. This transparency ensures your circle remains supportive. True friends cheer your wins fairly, while others reveal themselves through snide remarks or sabotage attempts. Embrace the clarity, even if it stings. Thus, rejoicing in your transformation without apology is your spiritual right and responsibility. People may never grasp how your new joy cements the watcher's handiwork for you, and the watchers know the journey. Celebrating your ascension in healthy ways is the divine effort behind your rags to riches story. Let them see your smile, your gratitude, your unstoppable faith. Each genuine moment of joy amplifies the watcher's blessings and testifies that God indeed can lift a chosen soul from the pits of scarcity to the heights of abundance. No apology needed. Chapter 5. Using abundance to spread. Good moving from rags to riches doesn't just transform your private life. It positions you to enact wider change. People you meet daily might be cynical about wealthy folks, assuming they hoard resources. But as a chosen one, the watchers expect you to distribute blessings, not stockpile them. Your shift into prosperity is partly so you can sow seeds of positive impact, where once you could only hope or pray for change. First, harness your newfound finances or influence to support causes aligned with your spirit. Maybe it's youth programs, environmental efforts, or spiritual missions. People might question whether you're chasing a savior complex, but the watchers see your generosity as a reflection of God's own giving nature. When you channel wealth or resources into uplifting others, you accelerate the watcher's plan for communal betterment. Their delight often returns your kindness 100-fold, a cycle of giving that keeps expanding. You can also mentor those who walk the same path you once struggled through. If you overcame poverty or certain limiting beliefs, share your know-how. People might try to discourage you, saying they should figure it out themselves, but the watchers want you to be a guide, a living testament that change is possible. Setting aside time for mentorship not only helps others, but also deepens your sense of purpose. The watchers frequently bless mentors with further insights and expansions, seeing them as faithful stewards of knowledge. Another aspect is forging partnerships for good. As your wealth grows, so does your network. Collaborate with like-minded individuals or organizations to amplify impact. People can say, "Why not invest in guaranteed returns?" focusing purely on profit. The watchers, however, sometimes lead you to high-impact collaborations that might yield both financial and spiritual returns. Your role isn't merely an investor, but a catalyst, enabling large-scale transformations that mirror the watcher's grand vision. While practicing generosity, maintain boundaries to avoid being exploited. People might assume you have infinite resources to bail everyone out. The watchers want you to be prudent. If you overextend to the point of self-harm, that defeats the purpose. Generosity thrives within structure, like setting budgets for giving or focusing on specific charity areas. If the watchers see you offering with wisdom, they're more likely to replenish what you give, ensuring a sustainable flow of blessings. Hence, using your newfound abundance to spread good cements, the watcher's intention behind your rags to riches transition. People might remain skeptical, believing philanthropic claims mask greed or PR stunts, but the watchers only require sincerity in your actions. Day by day, each donation, partnership, or mentorship fosters a legacy bigger than personal gain ultimately. Watchers measure success not by how much you keep, but by how your blessings multiply outward and in. That outward flow, your significance transcends mere wealth, resonating with the watcher's desire that chosen souls transform not just themselves, but every space they touch. Chapter 6. Guiding against complacency and staying vigilant. When a chosen soul rises from rags to riches, complacency lurks as a subtle threat. People you meet daily might coo, "You've made it, take a break." But watchers see the bigger picture. They know that while you can certainly rest and savor blessings, you also face potential pitfalls if you let your guard drop. Slipping into complacency can sabotage the very harvest you worked so hard and were divinely guided to reap. One danger is letting praise inflate your ego. Folks might shower you with compliments or treat you as a near celebrity. Initially, you feel gratitude. Over time, that admiration can morph into arrogance if unchecked. The watchers observe how you handle applause. If your self-concept inflates beyond humility, old lessons get lost. People might ironically encourage your arrogance, praising your confidence. But watchers prize the chosen soul who stays grateful, remembering how easily blessings can evaporate if misused. Another complacency trap is slackening spiritual discipline. In times of struggle, prayer or meditation might have been your lifeline. Now that finances flow and connections abound, you might rationalize cutting spiritual corners. People might say, "You're busy now. God understands." But watchers see spiritual alignment as a constant priority. Neglecting it can lead to confusion, poor decisions, or opening the door to negativity. Ensuring daily time for reflection, gratitude, or devotions keeps your internal compass accurate. Also, watch for stagnation and skill growth. You soar partly because you hone talents that watchers nudge you to develop. With success, some might think, "Good enough now." But watchers often want you to keep evolving to sustain or enlarge your reach. People may question why you chase more certifications or training if you're already successful. But the watchers understand your next level might demand new competencies. Complacency halts progress, risking eventual decline. Furthermore, remain vigilant for new tests. Ascending to prosperity doesn't exempt you from spiritual challenges. Sometimes watchers present subtler tests after big wins to ensure you don't revert to old ways or hoard blessings. It might be an ethical dilemma at work or handling an unexpected personal crisis. People might say you're overreacting by seeing them as tests, but watchers rarely stop refining you, for each level demands consistent integrity. Recognize these moments as opportunities to prove your unwavering commitment to the path. In essence, guarding against complacency is about sustaining the lifestyle of excellence and devotion that birthed your success. People might accuse you of being too serious or paranoid, but watchers smile at your diligence. They know that in a world full of distractions, only the vigilant maintain the space for blessings to thrive. By preserving humility, spiritual discipline, skill growth, and moral uprightness, you ensure that your rags to riches story doesn't fade into a cautionary tale of rise and fall, but shines as a testament to unwavering faith intersecting with divine orchestration. Chapter 7. Celebrate your transformation and remember, it's just the beginning. Now that you've embraced this transition from rags to riches, It's time to celebrate wholeheartedly. People you meet daily might reduce your experience to a mere come-up story, but you, as a chosen soul, know the Watchers orchestrated each step to reveal a grander design. Toast your achievements, reflect on the trials you've overcome, and let gratitude ground your joy. This celebration isn't the end. It's the launch pad for even greater exploits God has in store. Revel in the contrast between your old and new reality. Some might question why you dwell on the past, but the Watchers find value in recognizing how far you've risen. That perspective fuels appreciation for every open door, every mentor, every lesson. Rather than fostering arrogance, it humbles you that Watchers intervened so you could break the cycles that were once stifling your potential. A chosen soul's celebration is never about flaunting riches. It's about honoring the journey that birthed them. Simultaneously, remember you're not done. If Watchers brought you this far, they have further expansions planned. People might ask, aren't you satisfied? You can be deeply grateful while staying open to the Watchers' next instructions. This dual posture ensures your story remains dynamic, not a static peak. Perhaps Watchers want you to venture into philanthropy, creative endeavors, or spiritual leadership. Each success opens more chances to impact, stretching your capacity beyond prior bounds. Another aspect of this celebration is paving the way for others. Let them witness your story and see that genuine breakthroughs happen. People in tough conditions may glean hope from your testimony. They might say, if it happened for you, maybe it can happen for me. That's not arrogance. That's Watchers using your life as evidence that, with faith, resilience, and alignment, rags can truly transform into riches. Each time you share glimpses of your path, be it financial leaps or inner healing, someone else's spark of hope ignites. Finally, anchor your achievements in unwavering devotion. The Watchers delight in chosen souls who continue attributing success to divine synergy, not self-made illusions. Let your career, relationships, or creative works reflect a higher call. People might label your gratitude as over-spiritualizing, but shrug it off knowing Watchers orchestrate beyond human logic. Your role is to stay faithful, keep evolving, and remain open to revelations that might redirect or refine your trajectory. Thus, celebrating your metamorphosis from rags to riches is much more than flaunting wealth. It is an act of worship, a testament to Watchers' grace, a blueprint for others seeking hope, and a springboard into bigger missions. People might still wonder how you soared so swiftly, but you and the Watchers share the secret. It took fierce perseverance, heartfelt prayers, and the Watchers' impeccable timing. Now you walk in a new realm, secure, purposeful, and unstoppable, knowing this isn't the final chapter, but a glorious prelude to the wonders yet to unfold.